Is the audio good? Looks like it's okay. Looks like visual is also okay. Let's see. Let's see how many viewers we have so far. So far we got 11 viewers or 10 viewers at this point. Guys, hit the like button if you can as soon as you get in here. It does help out. Thoughts on Lunatics' recent price increase? We've seen some definite movement in Lunatic and some other positions today. But what I'm more focused on is not just the price. I'm focused on the volume. Yes, I want to see the price run, but I'm focused on the volume piece of it because what really matters in the end, and I can talk to you guys about why, is the volume. It matters more than anything that's out there. Um, Good morning, Somalia Crypto. Thank you for showing up on Twitch. I appreciate it. Good morning, Chris, on YouTube, Professor Pum Pum, Timbo Slice. Love these names. Mr. P, RPRZNT. Thank you for joining. Welcome. I'll play an ad as soon as I get in here. It always recommends me when's the best time to play an ad. Lunati dipped and recovered fast. Yeah, Lunati is definitely going to be making some moves. I mean, obviously, you see that they have a new exchange, and we will talk about that in a little bit. So I'm definitely hyped for it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, Lunati on L Bank, I see. Yes, yes. And they're going to continue to make moves. I mean, it seems like they're doing great things with the marketing, and that's really the idea. You want to see them do these amazing things or the next best thing with their marketing budget, with their marketing money, because that's why the marketing money is there to improve the situation, get it out to more people, and all of that. So I'm definitely hyped to see what happens next. Um, but it's always a game of like, all right, this is news. Now what's next, type of thing. But we need to understand how this will impact it. Maybe create some more a bunch more volume, and then hopefully we can see other exchanges as well come on. So let's see. Let me put a poll here. Did you hit the like button? So yesterday I had a comment that I was reading. I was responding to comments. I hate the fact that we have all these scammers. I try and get them out of here. The WhatsApp scammers and all that stuff. I try and get them out of the comment section. And every time, like there should be a dynamic update. So if I go or a retro update, I guess retroactive update to where if I hide a user on the channel, it should take it off of every single post that they post on. So like if they comment on 17 posts and I remove it from one and remove it from the channel, it should remove it from all. But I don't end up seeing that. And I try and do that all the time. And I have to go through individually, comment by comment. And then once I comment, they respond to my comment, which is just ridiculous. So I don't know. Good morning, fam. Barely on my 15-minute work break. Definitely replaying this after work, brother. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you even commenting, right? You don't have to obviously I want everybody to focus on work if you are working. Because work is very, very important. That's how people put food on the table. That's how people invest and pay bills and all that stuff. So, thank you for commenting and just being here. But hopefully, work either goes by fast. If you love what you do, then it does go by pretty quickly. Um, Someone said something about L Bank. Yes, yes, that's the news. We're gonna get into it in a little bit. Good morning. If all exchanges support the burn tax and people begin staking on Lunic, how quickly can we get to 1 cent or even 50 cents? So it depends. I would say 50 cents is a possibility, right? Because if we're looking at a $10 billion total supply, 10 billion, or sorry, not $10 billion total supply, 10 billion total supply. that's where you start to gauge the situation via the market cap. Now, I understand the market cap can grow, and we may see it double in market cap. We may see it get to 2 billion. We may see it get to 4 billion. But at 10 billion total supply, 5 billion market cap is a 50 cent price. So it's definitely something that can happen, is easily can happen. But I would push for easily 10 or 20 cents, and that can happen very, very quickly. A $1 billion market cap can happen as soon as we hit that level, or even when we get close to it. When we get to about $1 trillion, or we even get to like maybe 100 billion, we can find a level to get to 1 cent or 10 cents at some of those levels. So yeah, I don't think it'll take long for that to kick in and that to happen. 181K subscribers. Wow, Matt. 1K increase in a short while. This is wonderful. Yes, yes. I know there have been months to where I've increased, a hell of a lot. Like, I mean, like 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers. I've seen people increase by tens of thousands of subscribers over a month, just because they had a good month. And I want to be able to get to that point. But right now I'm not there. I'm happy to be at 181K subscribers. I do want to get to 200K. That's definitely a milestone. 250K is more of a milestone for me, because that's literally 25% of the way to 1 million. And I can't wait until we get even the chance of getting there. So the fact that I have 100,000 subscribers is insane. And the fact that I have 81,000 over that 100,000 subscribers is even more insane. So please don't do that YouTube shock face thumbnail nonsense. I just leave it on there. So guys, if you don't know, I have a bunch of thumbnails here. So I literally go through a bunch of different faces, and I have a ton. Now I want to create more because I've had these for a while and I've been using these for a while. But basically, I just put a bunch on here, and I just reuse them because it's the easiest way to quickly post your stuff. So let me show you guys. I go on GIMP and I have different things. I have different thumbnails, different pictures that you see here. And then this is one of my favorites to use. It always gets a good amount of views off of that thumbnail. So it all depends what gets the best viewership. And we notice that a lot of these, shocked face thumbnails do get a little bit more views. We're not seeing the amount of views right now, but we definitely see it. You definitely see it on a normal occasion. I seek out scammers and slam dunk them. I just don't want people to get scammed by anybody. Matt, is market cap calculation on circulating supply or total supply? So there's two different market cap calculations. There's market cap and there's fully diluted market cap. So for Terra Luna Classic, you're going to see that factor into this price, the 6 point, or this supply, the 6.5 trillion or the 6.9 trillion. So you're seeing a $665 million market cap, the current market cap. The fully diluted market cap is 696,000. So what I typically like to do is whenever I get into a position, let's say I go into Jasmy, right? Let's look at Jasmy because I know that's a heavily diluted position. What I'll typically do is go into things like Jasmy and I'll say, all right, the market cap's at 43.3 million, but what does that mean for the fully diluted market cap? If they dilute this thing to 100% supplies out there, what would be the market cap currently, and can it hold at those levels? So it would be a $456 million market cap. Now we know Jasmy can hold at 456 million because it has been at a way higher level when it comes to market cap. However, that's a lot of dilution from where you're at, because if it only holds, let's say it's only worth $43 million, that means that if it's at a $456 million market cap, it will decrease until it gets down to that 43 million. So whatever that price is, you can expect it to drop by 10x, or by 10 times, 10 divided by 10, whatever. Uh, when people stake Lunic, will the price jump since those tokens will be removed from circulation? So the price we'll see a price increase based on people that are FOMOing into the position to see the opportunity, but we also will see a little bit of an increase. I wouldn't say it would jump because we're probably going to see somewhere around 5 to 10% of the supply end up being staked in the end. Now I don't know how fast it'll take to get to that point. I know for me, I'll be staking a portion of mine, and that'll be under certain validators. So I will have to see how that works. But this is hurting my wrist. Um, but yeah, it should increase the price a little bit. Dan, thank you for that $20 super chat. Very early on this, I appreciate that. um, if you manage to sell Lunic at $1, and let's say you manage to make $1 billion, how would you allocate the money and invest it to reduce the high taxes? Can you buy property to help? Asking for a friend. You're asking for a friend, or you're asking for yourself? I mean, there's a lot of people that are probably wondering this as well. So, no way am I a tax expert, right? I'm not a CPA. I'm probably going to be consulting a CPA that's close to me because I'm not saying he's going to be my accountant or anything like that. Maybe he can be. I don't know. If it gets to a point to where I'm managing a certain amount, maybe he can be my accountant and he can work on other things while he's my accountant. That would be amazing. But nevertheless, I'm going to be consulting a CPA, and I think you should do the same. If you don't have any type of an accountant or a CPA, you need to make sure that you go and talk to one to see how much you're going to pay in taxes, to see how you can maybe not. I don't like to say get around taxes or avoid taxes. I don't like to say that, but get tax breaks. How you going to find a way to get tax breaks and not pay as much in those taxes there. So I would say if you have $1 billion, it's not going to cost you a hell of a lot to hire somebody to figure out what the hell you're going to do. Because again, I'm not a CPA. I have degrees, but for someone that has degrees in accounting and finance, I'm still going to consult somebody that is a CPA. So find somebody that is one, whether you have to pay them or they're very close to your family or something. I would recommend that it's not close to your family so that you don't get the information out there that you have $1 billion or that you have $100 million or something like that. Find somebody that's not, most likely not connected to you, right? For me, I'm going to find somebody that I do know. Well, not find them. I'm going to talk to somebody that I do already know. And if everything goes as planned, I could find a way to maybe hire that person as an accountant, as my accountant, and pay him a pretty hefty amount, and then that person can also work on something by themselves, their own business or something like that, and basically get paid exactly what they are getting paid right now. Hiring a good expert will probably be cheaper than overpaying in taxes. Absolutely. 100%. Because if I sit here and tell you, hey, you can invest it in real estate, you can put it here, you can put it there, there's nobody better to tell you how to get tax breaks and kind of, I guess, for lack of a better term, avoid these taxes that you're going to have to pay, or at least some of them, than a CPA. They'll know everything. Leave it, sweat it, smile. YouTubers have to do what they have to do. Thumbnails have an impact. They do. They do. Let's scroll down here. If it goes to a dollar, I'll tattoo Terra Classic on my neck. I don't think you should do that, but I understand where you're coming from. I'll definitely have I'll always have Terra Luna Classic. So just know that I'm never going to sell 100% of it. You're never going to see me get rid of everything. I most likely will hold on to something. Even if it gets to $40, I probably will have somewhere maybe north of 100,000, maybe 200,000, maybe even 500,000. I don't know at this point. I don't even know if I'm going to buy more right now because I've been receiving some Terra Luna Classic from, I should be at 38, I think, right now, or 37. Yes, I'm comfortably at 37 because of the amount that I'm receiving from Luna T. So I'm happy with that. And I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to add some as Luna T gains value. So I just hope that Luna T gains a ton of value. So we see a lot of rewards go through, and I end up, gaining a lot from the volume of Luna T, because it's 4%. 4% of volume goes towards Luna T. What are your thoughts on Harvest Finance? My thoughts are always the same on Harvest. I'm not like heavily into it. I have invested multiple times on Harvest Finance, or in Harvest Finance, um, but I haven't taken any profit in a while. I haven't taken any profit in quite some time. And the reason being is because I'm not saying that I'm not up, because I bought Harvest Finance at a very low point. I want to go to my portfolio really quick. Bring this over here. And let's go to my assets, because I have, I think 70 over here. And then I also have 30 over in crypto.com. So that's currently at 46. I see a lot of potential in Harvest Finance. This is why I'm still holding it. I also see potential in Krill Coin, currently sitting at 43 cents. And that's probably an opportunity. As I look into it, it's definitely an opportunity. I would love to have, about 10,000 coins. Gitcoin, always still an opportunity for me, but we just have to wait for the crypto market to get back to normal. Algorand as well. Ethereum 2 is what I have. Quant, Suku, ACH, ApeCoin. I made money from ApeCoin as well. Ren, Dogecoin, some of the lower positions there, but I expect a lot out of these top lists. And then we would see, we saw the pre-sale go from the 22nd to the 24th, I'm pretty sure. And then we're going to see L Bank on the 26th that it is listed on. Now, L Bank, as you know, I'm staking my Zelda Inu on L Bank and gaining a 26% APY. I don't know if that's where we will have staking enabled there. I'm not sure how they would go about that, if they are going to go about that, but that would be amazing to be able to stake it there and hopefully still receive your rewards. I don't know the process of that, but from what I understand, that's what they were looking to do, is that even in L Bank, you're still going to receive these rewards that you needed to receive. Now, I'm not sure if L Bank has, I'm pretty sure they do. Maybe they do. Luna Classic. So I have to look into that. But L Bank is a big deal because it has more volume. The more exchanges you have, the more volume you end up having. That's a great thing. Absolutely great thing. It mathematically makes sense that Terra Luna Classic will reach $1 quicker than SHIB. Absolutely, 100%. I don't mean to talk down SHIB in any way, but it's true. I mean, until SHIB does something drastic, until we have a community, a massive community that we see a ton of volume go into. The problem is that they're not doing anything for this, right? We can see $394 million worth of volume that goes in there, and that's on the low end, right? And if we just had some sort of attacks on something, some system that we end up buying through another exchange, or exchanges decide to take certain percentages and burn it off, we would be in the best spot we could be, right? We would burn off not only just billions, but maybe tens or hundreds of billions. How much Lunic is good to have? I have 1.6 million, and was planning on adding at least another 10 to 20. I would probably say you can get away with 1 million or 2 million. I don't know why we would start to lag. Don't do this to me today. Stream will end shortly. Why is YouTube being such a bitch? Why? I don't understand. The new laws will probably follow Australia tax style coins. Trade and NFT considered assets, and staking is considered income. Twitch is not lagging. I know Twitch is perfectly fine, but YouTube just has issues. And the latency, it's I don't believe it's high latency, or sorry, low latency. It should be much better. but maybe it didn't update. I don't know. Is there a way that I can check the latency? Is there like settings? That's chat settings. Is there a way that I can check the latency or switch the latency? Can we catch you elsewhere if this goes down? Yeah, I'm on Twitch. So let me put my Twitch in the chat just in case this does go down. So that you guys can follow me there. But I don't want it to go down, obviously. I want it to stay up because that's where all the revenue comes in for YouTube. Let me go ahead and we do have 15 people over on Twitch, so I appreciate you guys watching that are on Twitch. It does mean a lot. But let me share this if you guys want to go and switch. Switch to Twitch. Can't stand the lag. I'm sorry. Again, it's not, I don't believe it's my fault. Like I'm getting the more than the recommended amount of megabytes per second. So I know that that's sort of a problem. What is that? That's not it. All I did was I hit share and then hit copy. All right, so let's put that in the chat. On Twitch. So yeah, I'll put it in the chat and I'll pin it to the top. So pin the message. So got something here. Oh, somebody followed on Twitch. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. I don't know who it was, but I will check it out. Actually don't see it. Hunter, thank you for following on Twitch. I think YouTube needs an overhaul. Yeah, I guess YouTube lagged and skipped over your answer. What's a good amount to have? So I think 10 to 20 is a good amount to have. You can get away with 1 to 2 all the way up to 5 you can get away with and have life-changing amounts of money as long as we see things play out the way that things are supposed to play out, right? Even if we see it at a half a dollar, right? And you have 5 million, I mean, that's life-changing money for a lot of people. And so 1 to 2 million, 1 to 5 million is okay. When it comes to, or not just okay, it's good. But then when it also comes to a good amount, probably 10 to 20 million would be really, really good. Richard, thank you. You're always coming through with a big super chat. I appreciate you so much. I mean, it's crazy. Every day you come through with a big super chat. Let me send this now. I'm not sure I can send you support there. Put this money on your golf channel. I'm getting addicted. Well, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for watching the golf channel as well, because I do put a lot of effort into the golf channel and I want to grow that a lot. I received a comment recently about how someone is tired of hearing about my other channels. And I apologize. You know, I just want to be able to grow my other channels, things that I love to do, just like everybody else loves to do other things. And maybe they like to talk about certain positions. I come here and I talk about their positions. You ask me about anything and most likely I'm going through it and talking about it. And just as I'm going out of my way to talk about the positions that they want to hear about, you know, all I'm doing is mentioning my golf channel. So hopefully you guys can support it if you guys want to. And the link should be in the description, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's under other channels. You'll see Shorts channel, which isn't a Shorts channel anymore. You'll see Golf channel, Matt Reacts, and Gaming. So again, Richard, thank you for that $50 super chat. That means a lot. Go Lunatics, bullish. Yes, we're bullish, very, very bullish. Always like the content. Have you have any info on Brise, B-Rise? It's been climbing since last week. So I don't have much information on. I did look at it yesterday and just talked about why, you know, not why it's been increasing, but why I'm not making that move. Yes, it is up 19%, but that's kind of a given when you see the entire market really drop down, and I don't know what it has going on. You do have a little bit of a community behind it. The only reason that I'm not getting into it, that I'm not a part of this, is because I really don't want to be a part of many positions that are at 0.00000009, like have so many different zeros in it. I'm kind of tapped out on the positions that are above, maybe $1 trillion, or a trillion, not $1 trillion, a trillion circulating supply. It's just so much to deal with. And what you're looking at here is 427 trillion total supply, while you have that one, you're looking at billion, then trillion. Yeah, 427 trillion. I think I'm, again, tapped out with all of the trillions of supply until one falls off. I'm not going to get into another unless it has a massive amount of popularity. It's good that we are seeing 241% increase in volume. There may be some opportunity for a lot of people, but right now you would be investing in an increase, which is which is what you don't want to do. You don't want to invest on when you're up. You want to invest while it's down. For some reason, I can't run your Twitch streams in the background. Hoping we can stay on here. Probably because you have YouTube Premium. If you have YouTube Premium, you can run everything in the background. I don't think Twitch runs in the background. Do you own any Referral protocol? If not, what are your thoughts on the token? I'm currently on a 4-year lock for rewards. Well, sorry for any sniffles that we have. I think I did look into this. This looks familiar. Our total supply is 4.3. Max supply is 5 billion total tokens. Now, that sets up a ton of dilution. That's something that I don't like in a position. That's the first thing that I look at to see if it has dilution, because if I would invest today and they decided to put 100% of the supply out there, what happens to my position? Well, it ends up decreasing by at least, or not decreasing, but let's say, well, yes, it does decrease, but it's divided by like 5. Maybe a little bit more, obviously. If this was at a billion, then it would be divided by basically 5. So you're going to see this decrease divided by 5, which means that your overall position, if you have, let's say, $1,000 in there, you'll have like $200 left. So that's what I always look at. I look at for the dilution, because dilution is a big part of any position, whether it's in the stock market or in the crypto market, especially in the crypto market, because they add coins if they feel it's necessary to add coins or tokens. So that's a big problem for me. So it's a big no-no why I wouldn't invest into it. The volume is a little bit low, and I don't know how many markets this is available on, but it's just VVS Finance and Crypto.com. So yeah, it seems like a lot of things that are just available on Crypto.com and like a part of that ecosystem, I guess, or network, it ends up having a lot of dilution. You can look at things like VVS Finance, which has a lot of dilution. You can look at Referral, which is it Referral? That has a lot of dilution. I'm not sure if Tectonic has dilution or not, but I believe it does have a little bit. So that's something I always worry about with these positions. So that's the only thing that's kind of a red flag, and the fact that it doesn't have as many markets available, so the popularity is not there. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I would invest into this position, because it doesn't look like it has any history to where it's given me a stable price. Yes, you see consolidation here, you see consolidation here, you see consolidation here. It looks like it's like consolidation, they add coins, consolidation, they add coins, consolidation, right? So, and I can't really, confirm this because I don't have a picture of what the market cap was. You know what happened to Zombie Inu? All the hype and the NFTs were amazing. I mean, if things don't, this is the thing, like you get hype around it And sometimes things just don't move the way people think that they're going to move, and they can't spend the money where they want to spend the money because they don't end up seeing the same amount of returns or something. I don't know. I have no idea what happened to Zombie Inu. Hey Matt, wait, this all takes off. Oh, when this all takes off, we need to rent a golf course and have our own scramble. Yeah, that would be amazing. The Lunatics lunatic scramble, and we'll do it like somewhere, I don't know, that's maybe in Pennsylvania, or we can do it somewhere else, I don't know, but we can, that would sounds amazing. We can do a scramble at one of these golf courses. That would be very, very fun. How much can Lunic increase after the 26th in your opinion? I think it can definitely increase. And again, I was looking for anywhere from 30 to 200%. I didn't expect anything like crazy, like not saying it's going to be, 1,000% that it increases, which it could happen. But I expect in the end for staking to be probably 5 to 10% of the overall supply throughout the years, right? So I don't expect it to be ridiculous, but there's always a chance. You never know how people will react to it once things do take off, right? It's just like if you see, the burns that are happening. People won't react until you start seeing those burns actually happen. When people see that we're burning off, I don't know, 100 billion, in a given, week or something like that, or maybe even more than that in a given week, and they're like, well, now we understand the path where this can go, and this can definitely get to $1 just based on the the decrease in the supply. Well, now people are going to invest into it heavily because they're like, I can see the vision. If things are guaranteed to move and guaranteed to get to a certain spot, then it makes investors very, very excited because it's insanely predictable, which is something that you never have, right? It's a rare occasion to where something is actually very predictable, to know that this will increase. Now, whether they believe it will increase to $1 or 50 cents or 10 cents, no matter what, it will increase to a certain level or a certain degree. And when it gets to some of those levels, right, people will go from here to a 10x position that they have, and they'll sell their position. That's great. They gain what they couldn't have gained in any other scenario, because this is that scenario where it's like we're taking advantage of a kind of a guaranteed move. So once you see that first burn happen, things are going to move crazy. Then once you see staking involved and you see the actual like action taking place, people may get excited about that too. So we can't predict exactly what the volume will be, but know that there will be some sort of an increase unless we see a completely collapsed market, which I still think we might see a decent sized increase even if we see a completely collapsed market. Hi Matt, what do you think Lunatics token would have any relevance after Terra Luna and the other exchanges like Binance start implementing the 1.2% burn? So this is where it gets very interesting with Lunatics token, right? Most people will say, hey, it has no space in this, it has no uh, relevance, I guess, in this space after the 1.2% burn gets implemented. Because if you're burning off 100 billion in a matter of 2 days or a week or whatever, and Terra, Lunatics token is burning off, maybe 2 billion a month, or you get to a certain point and you're burning maybe 50 billion a month or something, it's still not as much as the 1.2% burn is, right? But as you look at that hey Adam, how are you doing? As you look at that 1.2% burn and you look at how things can change, right? The 1.2% burn goes to 10 billion. Now, if they decide to change that to 1 billion, that would be amazing. But Lunatics token can completely change up the way they are looking at this, but staying in the ecosystem heavily. And this is why they're looking to become a validator. They're looking to be able to understand how the inside information, all of that stuff works, and then they can change up their strategy, maybe more towards rewards, or they can be labeled as that kind of treasury or security for Terra Luna Classic and the overall um, algorithm. So I'm not sure how they're going to change all of this up, how they're going to, adapt to an ever-changing market, which that's the part of being a cryptocurrency. That's the part of being um, um, a relevant cryptocurrency for the years to come is to be ever-changing, to adapt to this ever-changing market. So I don't know how they'll do that, but I'm sure they will. They have a great team. They have a lot of minds, and hopefully I can have some sort of input into not only the Terra community, but also the Terra Luna Classic position, but also the Lunatics position as well. I have a proposal: instead of the playing ads, just play recorded videos to answer questions you've already answered. Boom, vote now. I don't know about that. I don't want to just play those videos because they have a lot of filler in those videos. Um, and yeah, it's usually like a setup for what's going on when I could just answer the question. So yeah, a 5 second ad to where you skip it is better than a 2 minute filler in the beginning of the video, because you have to have an intro to explain exactly what you're going to do. That's usually what hooks people. Um, but to tell you the truth, mine don't really hook people in the beginning. I noticed there are a lot of people that continue to come back, but any new people that are watching will watch probably the first 2 minutes and cut it off. So I have to find a way to simplify that in a way that people want to hear it. What's the big news about Lunati today? Any idea what's it about? So the big news is I thought that we were gonna have to wait until an AMA that was out there, but we don't. So if we go to Twitter here, you're gonna see Duncan Gray tweeted out that Lunati will be listed on LBank. So another exchange for Lunatics token, where they're now, PancakeSwap. They're on CoinIn, or they're going to be on CoinIn in the, I guess, next couple of days, today or so. And then you're also seeing LBank on the 26th. So they're making these moves, which is what they are supposed to do with the marketing money. You pay people to get it listed on some of these exchanges, for billboards, for all types of advertisements, all of that, right? And that's what they're doing. They're doing big things. So LBank is the next exchange, and they're going to continue to hopefully grow. And if they can get on more and more and more exchanges, then you can see the volume pick up, which means more burning. And they become a force, not only with the 1.2% burn, but also seeing, let's say Lunatics token can have $100 million in volume every day. Well, that's a decent amount to burn off in Terra Luna Classic every day. So I would hope that's a possibility. But with more exchanges, we're getting there. We will get there. I think we will see huge progression. Still in shock what this project will do in another month. Yeah. Matt, do I see Luna hitting a penny by December? A penny by December. It depends how this situation goes, but yes, I'm very hopeful for a penny by December. Where is everyone going to stake Lunic? Probably on Terra Station. It's a small exchange with barely any activity. No, I see some activity in it. When Zelda Inu listed, they had $1 million in activity just over there. So it's not 15% move per day to get big money movement. Why would you say that? Once we are fully listed on LBank, what is your price prediction? So for Lunatics token, I expect to see a little bit of a push in the beginning, definitely making some moves. Now, I don't know how much is being invested into the crypto market right now. That's the issue that we're dealing with, is how much is being invested into the crypto market. So if we're seeing less that's invested, less are going through LBank, but I do think that we will see a decent sized push with Lunati. Lunati should stop buying Lunic and start loading up on USTC. What is USTC doing? I know they were up yesterday, like 30%, while Lunic was up about 20%. So let me duplicate this and bring up USTC. There it is. So yeah, it's still around that 3 cent mark. Again, I was thinking about loading up on Terra Classic USD. I didn't end up doing it. I think I can get it through PancakeSwap, but I didn't fund my PancakeSwap recently. We have 19 people that are watching on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Let me go to the dashboard here. And we're almost at 600 followers on Twitch, which may not sound like a lot to you, but it is a lot to me. Lunatics keeps getting better. It does. Part 2, and how come you are so confident Luna Classic won't suffer the same fate? What? How am I so confident that Luna Classic won't suffer the same fate? So right now, I'm not saying I'm 100% confident that it won't. I just think that there are a lot of minds in place that could prevent it from happening. And right now, with them releasing basically all control over to the community, like Do Kwon and the team releasing all control over to the community and basically saying, you come up with what will work and we'll support it, seems to be a great opportunity, great option for us to say what will work within this scenario. So right now we're just trying to get it back to a point to where they can pay off USTC and have that in a certain area to where you have that money to do so. Now, will they make that move right away? I don't think so. I think they will eventually make that move, but they're going to set it aside to say exactly what they should, use it for there. And we know that they're going to try and use it for that. We just want to know the scenario and how they're going to protect it from collapsing again, because you want to have the securities in place before you launch this whole thing back up, because algorithmic stablecoins don't really work too well. But from what we understand, backing things with real world assets do work, right? So yes, you're going to have that algorithm in place, but with the algorithm, there was a lot of great ideas. I had a new proposal video that I posted yesterday that got a pretty decent amount of views, like 7,000 views. And a lot of people were coming and giving me suggestions and saying, hey, this would be good. What if the 1.2% burn tax was a 1.3% burn tax and 0.1% goes to a treasury, so that when you build up the $1 billion, you finally get to a point to where you can build up the $1 billion. That will be the amount that goes to USTC, which is a freaking fantastic idea, but it wasn't thrown into the, into the proposal to begin with. And I think that probably should have been there, but it would have been a more complicated situation. I feel like it would have just been a little bit more complex, because you would have had to add a little bit of something in there. Now, it would have been a 1.2% burn and a 0.1% tax or a 0.3% tax. I would love to see 0.3 that goes to this treasury that's to pay off USTC, pay off that debt. That would have been amazing. Great idea. Obviously, we're too late for that. So what we can only hope for is that the 1.2% burn tax continues until you finally, get to a point where you're paying off USTC. So I don't know where they would find a way to get that revenue, because it would go towards burning the total supply. But what you could do is, in that scenario, mint new Terra Luna Classic, but while volume is going through Terra Luna Classic at the same time, you're also still burning at the 1.2%. So there's so many great ideas that can factor into creating security for Terra Luna Classic. And I think that we'll find one. We will find one. And I hope that it's just something that, will create that treasury. I think that's the best idea, is somehow, some way you create that treasury or wallet that's aside that will, one, pay off the $10 billion in debt, but then also leave some in there for any future attack or situation where, you know, the whole thing looks like it's going to start to collapse, right? Because if you can back that, let's say if you have $5 billion that's left, you can see so much support for something like USTC. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you want a little bit of a clearer definition, go and check out my latest video that I uploaded. It was at like 9 o'clock yesterday. That explains, you know, everything that I'm talking about here. And you can watch it multiple times. Trust wallet is good, but if you want ultimate security, use a ledger. What are your thoughts on Live Peer coin? I haven't looked into it. Ooh. Well, max supply does not have a max supply, so total amount can be put out there. It looks like maybe they're doing, there's two options here, right? Where they have total circulating supply and they basically have all the supply out there, or as they're minting maybe more supply, it goes into the circulating supply automatically, and there's a certain amount that's left that's untouched. That could be a possibility there. But I don't know the scenario there. It does look like there's basically 100% of the supply that is out there, maybe 98, 99% of the total supply that is out, which is really good, which is 24.4 million. That's a low supply. We're seeing $10 million in volume. We have about 100,000 people that are, you know, watching this, which there may be more within the contract here. So we'll definitely go into that. But if you look at the market cap, we're looking at a $263 million market cap, which is pretty decent. Let's look at the history. And this has shown at a level of $70. Now, if I look at the market cap there, yeah, it's showing a $1.6 billion market cap for a very short period of time. Now, if I was to look for any type of gain, I never look at these large jumps, because if you look at the large jumps, yes, it is interesting to see, and you can say $70 is amazing. If it gets to $70, it's a 7x return right now. But you got to look for something lower. You got to look for some of these levels to where maybe it hits $1 billion market cap. Maybe it gets to an $850 million market cap. Currently sitting at a 263. You could see a 2x or 3x return up to 500 million or 700 million or something like that, right? But if you're looking for a 1.6 billion, yes, in a large pump, in a scenario to where the market is running, yes, you can see a huge return within it. But I always look for situations where you have multiple touch points, which would probably be somewhere around like down here, which would be a $720 million market cap. And if you look at that price at the current levels, at some of those levels, I would probably go down here. You would say about $40 to $50. So at a current price where you're looking at $11, or let's say $10 to round down, you're looking at a 4x to 5x return. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, which doesn't really add up to me, because technically from a $263 million market cap up to a $600 million market cap, or 700, would not be a 4x return or something like that. It would be a maximum 3x return, maximum, right? Not 4x return, not 5x return, but you're looking at basically $50 from $10 here. So it doesn't really add up to me, which means that there was some dilution in the end. But either way, there's 100% of supply that is there right now. So it looks decent. I haven't looked into the amount of holders, but it does look decent. Yeah, you got 2.3 million holders within the position, but you have 88,000 people that are watching it, or 84,000 people that are watching it. It doesn't really make sense. But 2.4 million people that are holding this position. So yeah, it has an escrow. It's 50% in escrow. Now, I don't know what all this is for. You do have some big wallet, 2%. It's not huge, but 2%. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's not a bad play. It's not a bad play at all. There's no real like crazy red flags with it. I just wouldn't expect the 70 cent $70 price. I would expect maybe a 20, 30, 40 dollar price, you know. Looks good though. Looks really good. What markets is available on? So Binance, Coinbase, um, Gate.io, Kraken, Binance.us. So it's available on a lot of platforms. And again, 2.3 million holders. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Um, Lunati holders are steadily growing. Yes, yes, they are. I haven't seen how many holders there are right now, but we are seeing the increase. We are at 5,626, so we're officially over 5,600, almost at 6,000 holders. That's definitely a milestone. We're seeing a lot that's being burned off every single day. With more volume means more burning of not only Terra Luna Classic, but also Lunatics token. So what's the word? Just a small recap. Basically, Lunatics token is being listed on LBank on the 26th, and it's really, really big news because it's another exchange, and they're making moves in a short period of time. It's only been a month. There have been tokens out there, there have been coins out there that have not done anything that Lunatics is doing. So the fact that Lunatics is making this move so far, um, I'm really shocked. I really am. What's the new exchange for Lunic? It's not for Lunic, it's for Lunatics. There's no new exchange for Lunic. Lunic has basically every exchange out there. So you're early today, man. Sort of. Yeah, we're about an hour in, and it's 8:08. So I guess. Can you please talk about the technicalities of staking? Where and how can we stake tokens? Not right now. I don't believe you can't do that right now, but the 26th we will have a lot more information and we'll be able to break a ton of things down. Now I don't know all of the different details of staking within the Terra ecosystem because I just got into Terra Station maybe like a month ago and I haven't really looked into all the details there. So I wouldn't be the best to give you that information. But there is, Happy Caddy Crypto that does a great job of breaking things down when it comes to staking. He has a Lunic Let It Burn channel, which he posts like a couple of videos on a day, and usually will break down things like this. Hey Matt, how confident are you in Lunic really hitting any of these prices from 10 cents above? So many YouTubers say this is a once in a lifetime opportunity just to just want to make sure that it's true. So it is a once in a lifetime opportunity because you don't see kind of I guess guaranteed potential like this. You know that it's going to increase, right? Where you see Lunic currently at, it's at 0.000 like 1 or something like that, right? Yeah, 0.0001. You don't really see a lot of opportunities like this to where you can see an easy, maybe 10x right now. So getting up to a point to where it's 0.001, right? A tenth of a penny. That would be a 10x return. So whatever you're having now, just multiply it by 10. So if you're holding $30,000. That's amazing in itself, right? But to get to a level to where you have the overall ecosystem, the community that's saying they want this to burn and that they support the burn tax within all of the volume. This is definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity to where you can see all the supply burn down, stay at a $1 billion market cap and be at 1 penny, right? At 1 penny, that's a 100x return from where it is right now, because you're looking at a 10x return to 1 and a 10x return to there. So you're looking at a 100x return from where it is right now. So if you're holding $1,000, you turn that into $100,000. So it's definitely a not, I wouldn't say it's you're only going to see this once because we've seen this multiple times in the crypto market. But the amount of potential that you can see in something like this is definitely insane. The amount of support that you have behind this position. Cryptocurrency is all about popularity. Then you have the burning that's going to be factored in down to 10 billion. 10 billion, you can see that at a much higher market cap. And if you do, you see it at a much higher price. And then the idea of a long-term move where they introduce the algorithm again, they introduce USTC to be repegged, right? So everything goes back to normal. So going from where it is right now, not only to a 100x price, but a 1000x price, and then a 10,000x price, and maybe even a 100,000x price. So if you're looking at a 100,000x price, you are growing by so much. So if you hold millions of coins, if you hold $1,000 worth, and you get that 1,000 x price, or let's say 100x price, right? That's $100,000. Then a 1,000x price, that's $1 million. 10,000x price, that's $10 million, or $100 million at 100,000x price. So you're looking at so much with so little that needs to take place here. It is a once in a lifetime opportunity to happen so short term. Everything else that we see may end up happening over the long term, where like Shiba Inu may take 5 to 10 years. It might not even happen at all, right? But Terra Luna Classic, they're making the moves to make this happen short term. 1.2% burn with $150 million worth of volume per day at a low end, right? That's an insane movement in the overall circulating supply. So getting this to a penny is a no-brainer. Getting this to 10 cents, a no-brainer. Now, whether we are going to see it above a $1 billion market cap is yet to be known. I think we will, probably somewhere closer to 5 billion, so a 50-cent price. But I think we can decrease that circulating supply back down to the 1 billion. But right now, that's not set in stone. So yes, I'm very confident in where this can go. I'm very confident in people's gains. It's just whether they are going to accept gains on the way up. Because again, I have 37 million coins. Does that mean that I'm going to have $37 million? No. Does that mean that I could have more than $37 million? Yeah. But am I going to find a way to take profit during? Abso-fucking-lutely. After we reach the goal for Lunatics Classic, propose to use the 1.2% burn tax on USTC. This will help both. Absolutely, it will. Hey Matt, what's your price prediction for Luna Classic by the end of the month? I've heard staking will back up. We'll be back up on the 26th of August. So I expect a decent sized pump, but I also expect a retracement. So I wouldn't say that my price expectation is lower. Like I only expect, a like 30% move. I don't even want it to move really at all. And the reason why I don't want it to move is because I want us to be able to burn as many coins as possible. So whether we do see a large increase short term, that's great if we do. It's also, we're also going to burn less if we do. So we get the 1.2% burn and we double in price. We're going to be burning half what we thought we're going to be burning because the price doubled. So I don't want the price to double. I don't want the price to move at all until we burn that circulating supply. Then we could see everything move. But it's inevitable. We're probably going to see it increase and probably get to 0.00015 or 0.0002. So increasing from around, let's say, anywhere from 30 to 200%. And it's possible it could go more than that. I just don't want it to. And I don't think anybody should want it to. I know people are like, hey, I want to see gains right now. That's so foul how YouTube treats content creators. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I'm happy to be able to do this and talk to you guys. because I wouldn't be able to do this on any other platform. I know I can do it on Twitch, but Twitch isn't a growth platform. It's something where you bring users over from other places. So that's why we have, 600 people over here, because I've been streaming for a while on Twitch. It's just, it's not a growth platform. Lunatics should read that. Couldn't USTC back with other stable coins for reserves instead of using paper USD? Yes, but then you also, if you get attacked or they find a way to attack multiple coins, you're not backing it with a different asset, right? You're backing it with a different asset in the same market, but not with a different asset as a whole. The problem with that is that, let's say they do attack Terra USD, they attack USTC, and it does decrease in value. Well, now in order to get back to where they need to get to, they have to sell one of their other stable coins that they hold. So let's say it's in USDT or BUSD or something like that. Well, now they have to decrease that by maybe $1 billion or $2 billion to fight what's going on in this attack over in USTC. So not only is USTC being attacked, but also BUSD is being attacked as well. So now you have both of them that are being depegged. A lot of speculation and negativity in the market because both of them are depegged at the same time. And then you see people that start to panic. And when people start to panic, it gets to be a worse situation. You want people to panic less, so you only involve one stable coin in any type of an attack, right? So that's something you have to think about. And that's something that I have been thinking about, where people are like, hey, can't you put in another stable coin or another place there that's more stable than what USTC is? No, I mean, you can, but you're risking 2 positions versus 1. Well, technically 3 positions. Hey, Matt, what's your take on Chili's? Do you think it's a coin worth investing into? I think I looked into this recently, and I said that it was, but I'll let me look into it again. So currently, you're looking, it's up 7%. It's at 24 cents. We see 68% of the supply out there. That's decent. We're seeing about 1 billion in volume. So that's really good. Seeing the popularity, seeing 1 billion in volume is really, really good. 1.4 billion in market cap, 2.4 or 2.1 billion in fully diluted market cap. If we look at all history, we're going to see that it does have a little bit of history above here. But right now, you would sort of be investing at a little bit of a high point compared to where the maybe the previous like settle points are. So I would probably look for something like this. So that's around 35 cents, which would only be a 10-cent increase. Maybe seeing somewhere around a 50-cent price point. But if you're looking for a massive gain, you're probably not going to see that here. Eventually you will. I think with a bull run, this is something that does take off, because with $1 billion in volume where it is right now, in the market that it is right now, yes, 100%. But short term, you're close to retesting this point here, which is around 30 cents. So be careful with this. I wouldn't say that it's something that you should be bullish right now. Someone said it's bull mode right now. It's been moving, but if you're not already invested, don't get in at that point. Eventually, yes, I do think we will see a long-term push, but if you want to risk it here, it is a long-term play, not a short-term play. Now, if you want to play it until it tests this and pulls back, then you can do that and pull whatever you want to pull out. At least at this point, we know it's a government attacks. Yeah, that's true. Crypto Dream, thank you for the $5 super chat. What do you think of Crypto Blast token? I haven't looked into it. Have you done any videos on it? I don't see anything for it. Could it just be Blast token? Yeah, I don't see anything for it. CBT, is it on Coin Market Cap? Maybe I typed it in wrong. Like this right here. Oh, right here, Crypto Blast. um, so currently we're looking at 0.00004103. I'm really tired of a lot of zeros. It's something that really gets to me because now I have to like keep tracking all those zeros. We're only seeing $30 in volume. The volume is not high at all. That's not a good situation. You need to make sure this volume, that it has volume. Cryptocurrency is all about volume. So if it doesn't have it, you're not going to see any type of movement. So we're seeing this down 0.16%. It's at a 410 $1,000 market cap, and that's fully diluted. All of the supply is out there. I don't know how new this is. It seems to have been around since 2021 and hasn't really made too much of a movement. Um, yeah, I think the volume is just too low. It's way too low. I don't know how many markets there are, but it's way too low. Just Pancake Swap. So it's been around for that many months and it hasn't made any move on any other exchanges. So I don't know. I don't know if I would consider this bullish at all. Um, I mean, you're looking at $30 worth of volume. That's literally nothing. So I would have to pass on something like that just because, the popularity is not there. Yeah, about to do one. It has an energy drink and its holders get rewards in ADA. Yeah, that would be amazing if they would get rewards if the volume was high enough. If the volume is not high enough, they're not receiving any rewards. So, um, yeah, that's what I would say. I don't really see any like major levels that it should be at. Currently, it's at like the lowest spot from where it was at the high. So I don't know. Um, I wouldn't. I'm not investing into it. It does have the total supply that is out there, but $30 in volume is just way too low. Will you ever sell your Luna T? I don't think so. When I'm a partner, I'm a partner now. I do give it to people. So say if someone is a supporter of me, like the other day, was it yesterday? Somebody was struggling buying Luna T, and they were really struggling to where they couldn't figure it out. I walked them through a couple of situations and it really wasn't working out. So because they were a supporter for so long, I decided that I didn't want them to have as much trouble. And sometimes I'm a giving person, so I ended up giving them 2 million Luna T because of the support that they've given me, and even advice as well, back to back, like different conversations, even going into AMAs to where I couldn't ask anything because I already asked a question in Shiba Inu. They asked the question that I wanted to ask, and I appreciate that a lot. So ended up giving him 2 million Luna T. But will I ever sell Luna T? I don't think so. The only way that I will is I want to make sure the situation within Luna T is will not be impacted by the position that I'm holding. So say they end up burning down to 1 billion supply. Let's say Luna T burns down to 1 billion supply, and I'm currently holding um, let's say 70 million, I believe. Well, that's like 7%, right? Of the 1 billion, that's like 7% of that. That's way too much. So obviously, as time goes on and they burn off a certain amount, I will devalue my position by selling the position and also burning some. I'm not saying I'm going to sell all of it, but devalue my position so that it's not as much of an impact. So um, I will hold my position and I will keep receiving rewards on it until it gets to that point to where, let's say, maybe they burn off a total of 20 billion or 30 billion. Well, I want to find a way to devalue the position that I have because I don't want it to be as much of an impact as like 10% or something, you know? But that's way in the future. I don't know how long it will take for them to burn off. And I expect them to do the same because you don't want to hold 10%. let's say they do burn all the way down and all of the private holders or whatever, all of the core members are still holding, let's say, the most that they can hold or all of their position, it makes no sense for them to hold so much value in the end, especially when they're probably on multiple exchanges and have so many people that are involved in it. You want to make sure that everything is as sound as possible. Lunic and Lunati are the same. Am I confused now? No, they're not the same. You are confused. They're not the same. Does that mean you will keep receiving rewards since you won't let go of your Lunati? Yes. That means I will continue to receive rewards as they are, um, uh, as we see volume that's going through, we will receive rewards. So, yes. Lunic is the Terra Luna Classic position. Luna T is different. That supports Terra Luna Classic by burning Terra Luna Classic and also providing you with rewards in Terra Luna Classic as you're holding it. So they're two separate positions. Lunatics token is trying to get on other exchanges, which they're just getting launched on LBank. Um, and they're on Coinin, and they're going to try and launch on other platforms as well. They're going to baby step their way into all of these places. And I wouldn't even call it baby stepping at this point. They're making moves that other positions have not, right? In the first month, they've already seen well over $10 million in volume. They've already burned off 1.6 billion total Lunic coins. They've already giving out, I don't know how much they've given out in rewards. Let's say um, it was 40, so 10 billion. If they're looking at a billion, they're looking at $40,000. So multiplied by 10, they're looking at $400,000 that they put towards, the rewards as a whole. So giving out $400,000 worth of rewards so far, they're doing so much for this community that it's insane. Not only are they burning $200,000 worth, but they're also giving out rewards of $400,000 worth. Man, have you seen Pidgey Inu? I have heard of it. Um, so the two things that I'm kind of done with at this point are positions that have so many zeros, new positions that have so many zeros, and Inu coins. I'm like so and Doge coins, right? Not actual Doge, but maybe it's like Buff Doge or Doji Doge or Doji Doge. I don't know what it is, but I'm done with all of those things right there. Now, if something else comes up that's ends up being a meme of this overall play. Let's say we have this larger play of um, Lunic, and something comes up to where millions of people support this new meme of this position that grew to a massive amount. When it does grow to a massive amount, then yeah, that could be a possibility. But I really don't want to see any more that have so many zeros. I want to see ones that have less supply and you can get so many people holding one. That's what we want. Is it worth keeping ETH? I'm scared with the merge it will dump. No, I think it's worth it keeping ETH. I want to buy ETH, but if the market's going to dump, the market will dump. I think ETH uh, will finally surpass Bitcoin, not right away, but I think it will surpass Bitcoin in this next bull run that we see. Oh, I see. I wanted to know your thoughts on it, but thanks for the content, by the way. You wanted to know my thoughts on Pidgey Inu? Yeah, I'm sort of done with the the Inu stuff. I've looked into it before. I can't remember what live stream it was on, um, but yeah, maybe I'll look into it in a couple minutes. I'm just right now like I don't know. I feel like it makes my stomach hurt anytime I hear like, oh, we got this new Inu coin. It's like, all right, we're done with the Enus. Let's figure out something else other than Inu. I understand you're trying to tie it to it and it's making popularity, making it popular, but I'm sort of done with those. Um, what do you think of Squid Grow? Recently went to $50 million market cap, all-time high, starting at a 1K market cap. That's good. If it started at a 1K market cap and finished at a 50 million market cap, the people that were in there from the beginning, phenomenal growth. I don't know what it is. What did you say? Squid grow? It's probably something of like squid coin and something else. And then they have super squid grow. So it shows that it's at a $4.8 million market cap. It's not showing me any detail there. I don't see what you're talking about. But that's a lot of coins. You're also looking at 254 trillion there. So I'll leave that how it is. Yeah, I get that. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Maybe we'll look into it though, because I appreciate the fact that you're here, and I want to be able to answer all questions. Um, why is it so difficult to buy Luna T? Please help with the process of buying in different platforms. So, what do you mean in different platforms? So, for Trust Wallet and MetaMask are probably the easiest methods right now until L Bank launches, and I believe you can buy easily there. But with MetaMask, all you have to do is you have to take the address, make sure you have the address that you can put in your MetaMask. Make sure you buy BNB by going here, buying BNB. You can use MoonPay to buy it. Then all you have to do is go to PancakeSwap. And when you go to PancakeSwap, you can just easily, let me see, let me go. You can easily swap things, easily swap it, but all you have to do is add the address in the PancakeSwap and you should be good. Sorry, I don't want to bring it up. This screen is bright. Gosh. Any news on Terra Luna Classic? Not any brand new news. Um, everyone wants to get everyone wants to get rich quick coin. That's a good name. It's a good name. Everybody, is there actually a thing that's too long of a. It's probably get rich quick coin. I bet there's something there. I thought there would be one. I thought it would be rich quick coin or something. Get protocol. I don't know what that is. Rich quick. Rich quick. Okay, maybe it's not there. I thought that would be. I thought that would definitely be a coin or a token. Um, just keep spamming the same question. Who is Luna 2.0 the same as the normal Luna Classic? Uh will have the same effect if increase of all two coins. So Luna 2 is not the same as Luna Classic. Luna 2 is supposed to be separate from the algorithm. It's supposed to have its own use case with it, and you know, its own reason for being there. And Luna 2 will always be there. Now, will it see an increase with Luna Classic running? Probably. Will it see an increase with USTC running? Probably. So if you're holding Luna 2.0, expect some moves there as well as seeing the moves in USTC, and also obviously Terra Luna Classic. Probably have to change the slippage. Yes, that's another thing is you have to change the slippage to 11 or 12%. Lunatics token will take over the whole Binance Smart Chain scene. I don't know if they'll take over the whole Binance Smart Chain scene. I mean, BNB is still a part of Binance Smart Chain, but I think it will be pretty big as long as they keep doing what they're doing. We keep seeing support for this. Yes, it will be really big. Hey Matt, your thoughts on B Rise? They seem to be making moves. And about to kill a zero. So I talked about B Rise earlier in the live stream. I think it might have been. Let me go ahead and rewind this. I think it might have been somewhere around because I don't want to completely repeat myself. Let me see if I could find it here. I'm gonna try and find exactly when I talked about it. Shiba Inu. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. That's Shiba Inu. There we go. I talked about it somewhere around the 54 minute mark. Let me go ahead and wait, was it 54 minutes? I don't know what minute that is. So it's minus 56 minutes. So it's somewhere Jesus. It's not giving me the actual. It's just if you go back 50 55 minutes, you'll start to hear about Bitgert. So I just don't want to have to I just don't want to have to completely repeat myself. It was a lot that I don't know if it was a lot, but I went into some detail there. I do appreciate your super chat, but I'll tell you this that I'm sort of tired of positions with a lot of zeros. Even if it does have a ability to kill a zero, that's amazing. It shows potential in some areas. It's just for me personally, I will not invest into it, but others will see potential. You could see 30, 100%, all of those levels. But for me personally, I'm done with those. I want to see some positions that actually have like a full dollar value to it, or like at least pennies, cents at this point. Hopefully that's good enough. Yeah, guys, if you do want to become a member, we are going to go to members only at 9:30, and we're going to just talk to all the members that are in here, all the members and moderators. So if you guys want your questions answered, if you want to talk to me about certain things, we can always talk. And it will be easy to get to your questions, uh, if you are a member with members only. Members only will be at 9 o'clock. Maybe we can go to members only at um, maybe 8:45. Hey, I'm a content creator and I want to burn some Luna with some of my earnings. Who would I need to try to spam? But really want to know. Wait, I I need wait not trying to spam, but I really want to know to work with. Also, love your channel. You want to know who to work with? You just got to work with yourself. I mean, if you want to talk to people and say this is what you're going to do, actions speak louder than words. So if you want to burn Terra Luna Classic, then you have to go out and say that you're going to do it and then take action. And then when you take action, people resonate with your channel. So it's great that you're a content creator. It's great that you're looking to burn Luna. Um, but just actions speak louder than words. If you're not doing it, there's a lot of people that may not believe that you will do it until you put the effort forth to show all the different pieces here and be as transparent as possible. Thank you, sir. Love your videos. No problem. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for the kind words. I really do appreciate it. Um, can Lunatics reach 10 cents? Yes, it can reach 10 cents. Um, I think 10 cents is that price that I'm really looking for to where I expect to see, um, maybe different levels to where I take profit. So like if I go into, let me bring up Excel, bring this over here. And let me bring up the crypto, no, not, yeah, crypto potential spreadsheet because I have a Terra exit plan there. Um, but if I bring up my spreadsheet, sorry for the white screen, which means that, it's probably very bright for you because it's bright for me. But like when I go here and I see 10 cents, I know that's going to be, or sorry, that's 1 cent. When I see 10 cents, that's like the first level to where I can expect to take like $1 million or so, and be happy with that. And then obviously going forward, I can accept a little bit more. But the point is that I can turn $40 into $1 million. So at some of these points, when we get to a level of probably somewhere around that 1 cent mark, yeah, I'll probably take a little bit. So I don't know how much I have 37 million. So let me change that to 37. I may end up getting more. So we'll see how that plays out. But when it gets to a level close to a penny, that's 296,000. I really don't expect to sit here and take a lot. Maybe like another 2 million. I already gained profit, so that'd be $16,000 that I can put into anything that I want, which I'll have to pay taxes on that, but $16,000 that I can put somewhere. But then I'll have reassurance to let that grow. So 35, going all the way to a level of about 5 cents to where I can accept a little bit more, maybe another 2 million. Right, that's 200,000. Maybe another 2 million, which is $100,000, so $116,000. Currently sitting on, 1.7 or technically 1.6 million dollars there. That's still in unrealized gains. Then it gets to a level of 10 cents where I do believe that it will get to. Yes, I will firmly accept probably somewhere around 11 million, pulling out a smooth 1.1 million. And then that gives me the ability to move forward with 22 million. So if it does get to 25 cents, I can do whatever I want with it. Maybe I'll take more. Most likely I will at 25 cents. Let's say it's another 4 or 5 million. 5 million. I don't know how much I'll take there, but it's another 1.2 million. So total of 2.4 million. And then we let it run down to about 50 cents where I take maybe half of it. So not even half. Let's just take 7 million there, which is another 3.5 or 5.9 million total. And we'll definitely take that. And then it obviously gets to $1 or 75 cents, wherever we're at. Right, 75 cents is okay, but it does get to $1. I take out another maybe half of it as well, so another 5 million. Right. So now I'm letting the rest sit in there and grow above $1. So if anything does happen, I already pocketed 10 million out of everything as it does get to $1 out of the 37 million that I did have. I'm happy with that. Perfectly fine with that. It's not something where I'm being too greedy. 10 million or $11 million is perfectly fine for me to profit in the end. Am I showing you guys my screen? Yeah, I am showing you guys my screen. Okay, for some reason it wasn't showing me. But yeah, then obviously having 5 million above $1, if it gets to $5, $5. I thought I saw a spider like on my shoulder or something. It's a hair. As we see it at $5, that's $25 million. So yes, I will take another million, but I will keep taking profit as the prices do increase. So 15 million, then it gets to $10 and I'm settling on another maybe 2 million, right? And now I have 2 million that's left. And as it does increase in price, yes, I will take bits and pieces, but I won't take all of it. So $25 at 2 million coins, you're looking at, $50 million. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to be able to pocket quite a bit there. So, it feels great to be able to have this opportunity, and you don't need a crazy amount. Yes, I do want more, but I'm gaining more as time goes on. And the more that I gain in the end, it's giving me millions of dollars, right? Because if I have my plan and then I leave a certain amount in there, let's say we are at 37 million. Let's say somehow before this does start, I get to 40 million. Well, now at 40 million, I can do the same thing that I wanted to do. Take 2 million, take 2 million, take 11 million, take 5 million, whatever, right? And then I'm left with 5 million in the end. And I still have $35.9 million that I have. So at $25, I can take a little bit more, maybe another million or 2 million. That's $50 million, $85 million. So this is what you need to do. Take profit. I understand how in the beginning it looks like you're devaluing it and you're like, oh, well, this 2 million coins is only worth $16,000. But in the end, when it's at a million or it's at $1, it could be worth $2 million. You don't need to be greedy. Never be greedy. Because if you're too greedy, you're not going to be able to profit the way that you want, right? Because if people are all holding on until it gets to $1, understand that they're going to have millions of tokens, and if those are not sold, we're not going to see the amounts burn, Right? If people are holding onto it because they're guaranteed to get to $1 and they're holding 300 million, and you're looking at a 10 billion total, 10 billion total supply. I mean, it's going to be very tough to make that move, because if you sell, let's say, a 10 billion total supply, and you sell a billion because you had a billion and you held onto it for that long, well, now you hold 10% of the supply. You're going to decrease the price by a hell of a lot. And I will be buying as soon as you sell, because you're going to decrease the price a lot. And then I'm going to catch it on the way up and profit a little bit more. No matter what, I'm always going to have some. So I don't know if I will end up making that move, but I'm just letting you know that it's going to affect the price in a big way. So for me, that's my plan. And it probably will stick to that plan, because I think that's a solid one, where it gets to 0.008 cents. I profit $16,000, then 5 cents, $100,000, then a level of 10 cents. That's $1 million, right? So I'm selling all of mine on the way up in price, which is the way you need to do it. Come back to earth, Matt. Slow down. Just letting you know. Easy with the number crunching. It gets a little redundant and boring sometimes, just to be honest. I understand, but we've had more people in the live stream than we had all day, so I don't think anybody else is thinking that it's boring. Matt, I'm my heart goes out to all of the folks on this feed that lost a ton of money under Doquan management. I almost feel guilty knowing where these projects are going. Uh, hang in there, and I hope all regain your money. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be people. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really appreciate it. But I think that there's a lot of people that just won't trust Lunic anymore, won't trust anything within that ecosystem anymore. And it's all because of what did happen. You know, is 17 million okay? Yeah, I think 17 million is okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people just don't know. Um, what, or don't feel like they should trust this position, and it's honestly sad, because I think that this is going to be the way that they make their money back plus more, that they feel comfortable about the crypto market and understand that you don't need to risk everything, right? Because they risked everything before, and now if they decide to risk a little bit, they can gain all of that back, right? And this is what this is giving them. And that um I hope that I can help out people with any money that I gain. I hope that I can really help people in the end. I don't know if I'll be able to help people that lost money in Lunic or in Luna at that time, or UST, but I really hope that a lot of people see the opportunity that we are all seeing here, because it's definitely kind of sort of a once in a lifetime opportunity. Do you think governments will allow crypto trades easily competing with fiat currency? I don't think they want it, but they can't do anything about it right now unless they decided to tax it. Ivan is right. Who's Ivan? The mathematics are incredibly important in crypto. Absolutely. That's why I always break it down, because it's always great for people to see how everything shapes out. So while you have so many other people that are coming and saying, hey, this is going to skyrocket, it's going to go to the moon. When it gets to $1, you'll have this much. I'm over here telling you that it's okay to take profit. I'm over here telling you that it's not about just diamond handing, right? Because the good thing about this position that people kind of need to, move away from the normal situation and how they treat a lot of these positions. They'll treat it with diamond hands, and they'll say, you hold on for dear life, wait till it gets to $1, we're going to sell when it gets there. The movement in this position is predicated on the volume that we create, right? The selling that we have, the buying that we have, all of the things that we have there, we're decreasing the supply, and we want to decrease that supply by also keeping the price low. If we only buy, yes, we are creating a lot of volume, but we're also increasing the price to a level that is sort of unreasonable to burn the amounts that we want to burn. So we keep the price low, people take profit when they need to take profit, and then everybody benefits. You don't need to have $1 billion. If you were a person that had less than $100,000 in your bank account, you do not need to have $1 billion. Even if you had more than $100,000 in your bank account, you don't need to have $1 billion. Turning $100,000 or sorry, turning $100 or $1,000 into millions of dollars is good enough for you to get greedy and say that, you know what? I don't want to take any of this profit here. I want to wait till it gets to $1 and then I'm going to take, 5 million, or I'm going to take however much I want to take out. And then whatever it gets above there, I'm going to go ahead and take so much more. When it gets to $50, that's when I'll take my price point. I want 1.5 billion. Well, that's a little absurd, right? That's a little ridiculous. So I think even this can look ridiculous with 85.9 million, but you have to understand that we need to take it day by day, price by price, and accept profits when you have them, because the only thing that's going to help you with understanding that you have $9 million in a balance is if you already pocketed, $2.4 million. Because if you pocketed $2.4 million, it feels great to hold on to $9 million, right? Yes, you could take that out and you could have $11 million. That would be amazing. At that point, you can take it out and say, I'm done. I want $11 million. And that's perfect. You made $11 million. You don't need to be greedy. You can go on about your day. But then you give other people a chance to profit as well in different prices. So just make your moves however you feel, necessary. But these are the moves that I'm probably going to make. And it seems like a good move. Before we even get to once we get to $1, I'll have somewhere around $11 million. So I can take that and I will be happy with that. Do I care about having 300 million? No, I don't. I can live off of $11 million and put that into places to where I can, have, interest or APY every single month, and every year pocket at least $100,000 a year. And that will be fine, as well as creating videos and still investing in positions. So, and $11 million, yes, it's probably going to be somewhere around, $5 or $5.5 million that I end up taking home in, after taxes, unless I find a way to, obviously get an accountant and all that stuff and pay them the way that I expect to pay them. And hopefully they can find a way to get around paying that large sum. And if we do get around that, we can have a bonus because of that. So, but I'll talk to that person. I know who that person is. I will talk to that person and we will figure out everything there. So, anyways, we got 446 people here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. We got 433 likes. So people are hitting the like button. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to end this poll. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, feel free to follow me on Twitch. We're almost at 600 followers. Matt, why is it so quiet? Why is today all so quiet about Lunic? Maintaining 0.0001. I mean, I don't think it's like super quiet. There's always noise that's being made. What does a red text mean on Lunati? Because there's different red text on CoinGecko for Lunati. So you're going to see red text because you can never 100% be certain if coins are going to be legit, and it's just a way of them. So smart contract for the following asset can be modified by the contract creator. So basically saying that they're just doing some sort of disclaimer to let people know, hey, this can be modified. Basically saying the taxes can be modified by the owner right now. Everything is not 100% set in stone because, especially with the 1.2% burn tax, you don't know exactly where Lunatics token is going to land within this ecosystem. So maybe changing something up to be a reward based token versus all burns might be better if the burn tax is doing more of the burning, right? But I don't know what their plan is with this position and how they're going to go forward. So that's really what that means. And I think CoinGecko probably has different text, and I don't know what they're explaining over there. Um, anyways, I wanted to, because I know some people have a problem with me talking about, sorry, let me go back here. Trying to find, there it is, Terra Luna Classic. Just trying to make sure I stay on that. Um, so I did want to put out here about my golf channel, guys. You know, I have to say it. Guys, I have a golf channel that I will put in the description. If you guys want to go and follow it, please do so. The reason why, you know, I want to put so much effort into golf, I love playing the sport, and I just want to continue to, you know, just grow in different areas on YouTube. I have all these channels. If you guys want to check them out, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but just go ahead and check those out in the chat and pin it to the chat. And if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I just wanted to, you know, plug it here. What's going on here? And maybe we can, like someone said, when all of this takes off, we can do a little golf scramble tournament. No, 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 not golf, Matt. I love golf, man. I want to find a way to incorporate cryptocurrency in golf like people do with money, you know, matches and stuff like that. But eventually we'll do that. I'm not doing it now. Um, will there be a new proposal to go to the max supply of 1 billion, and is so, wait, you're saying if so, when do you think this will happen? So I think right now the 1.2% burn needs to be fully implemented, and then more proposals will come on. And I want to make sure that, you know, maybe this proposal that's here will be submitted by, you know, Lunatics token when they do become a validator. And the reason why I want that is because, one, the popularity for Lunatics token will rise via Twitter, as well as via just the investment, and showing that they do support it and that they do see a future beyond, you know, the 1.2% burn. And because it's going to happen, right? The 1.2% burn is going to happen. We know it's going to have a bigger impact than any other burn methods that's out there. But if Lunatics token can have a future and they support what Lunic is doing and what the community wants, it shows that they believe that they will have a future within this ecosystem, and I think they will. So being a validator is a big step, and I think they need to submit that proposal and basically say the 1.2% burn goes until 1 billion coins, and then after 1 billion coins, um, you know, maybe you have this treasury that's built up in order to repay the debt of USTC. Um, so the tax, instead of going for a burn at this point, will automatically go towards a treasury wallet to where it will repay USTC. Um, that would be amazing, but I don't know, and I would want them to submit some sort of proposal, and then have the connections with Terra Rebels and all the developers create that security. Make sure you have that blanket, that security blanket there. So yeah, let's do it. I only have one hand, but I'll play very well. Um, I I was the one that thought of the idea. All right, well, that sounds good. Sounds good to me. We can play. I love to play the game. Um, same for a business slash company, but the 50% discount doesn't apply. Beautiful thing is the dollar conversion from US to um, Australian, is that Australian dollar, is similar to the CTG, wait, CGT. Um, so whatever US make is basically after tax for us. all these channels make you seem greedy. They do. They do. You're right. They do make you seem very, very greedy when you look at different scenarios and you're like, the problem is, right, with investing. Investing is a very interesting thing because buying is the simplest part of investing. We all know that. We can buy anytime that we want, whether it's a high point or a low point, we can buy. Selling is the worst part because if you are at a high point, you invest at a high point and it decreases, you're not looking to sell or take that loss. But there are skilled people that will take losses and accept losses because it's a swing trade or whatever. If it's a long-term investment, you're looking for that long-term. So it's a loss. You're not looking to sell there. But selling is the most difficult part because even if it's low and you see a gain, you're like, well, this can go up more. So then you don't sell the position. But then it ends up decreasing on you and gets right back to the place where you were at. And then you get upset with the fact that you didn't sell because you could have sold and then bought back in and bought more coins or more tokens or more shares. But then you also have the thought, just like what I said, where people won't sell is because they get greedy. They think, hey, this is up $1,000. I can make 2,000 or 10,000. So investing just makes you greedy. Gambling makes you greedy. All these things give you that mindset. It's like, I can make a little bit more. If it was this easy, then I can make this happen this easy. Well, it doesn't always happen that way. So looking at this, you're like, oh, well, this sounds pretty easy. It's going to get to $1. I can make $11 million from this. Sounds easy, right? It's probably not going to be that easy. We're going to see pullbacks in certain scenarios, right? It's going to get up to, 0.08 cents, right? 0.008 cents. So, 80% of a penny. And then it's going to decrease. Maybe it decreases to 0.005 or 0.003. Then we see it increase back up above the level of a penny, increases to about 5 cents, but then doesn't get to 5 cents. It gets to 4.5 cents. Well, now it decreases. My level was to sell at 5 cents. I didn't end up doing that. Maybe I sell at 4.5 cents. I don't know. But it's going to be highs and lows and increases and pullbacks, and it's not going to be as simple as people think. Let's go to members only really quick. Just because for the last 30 minutes, we always go to members only. If you guys want to become a member, it's 99 cents to become a member. We try and answer all the questions that we can. I don't play golf, but I like a shot at betting Matt. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Yeah, what we can do in that golf tournament is the winner would get certain cryptocurrencies or whatever. You have to have, let's say we can just do BNB. So you have to have a BNB address, and then we send the BNB to that wallet. So that would be fun. That would be really, really fun. Hi, Matt. How do you stake Kronos for over 10% in the DeFi wallet? I've tried to stake yesterday, but couldn't figure it out. Too many options. So there are validators that you have to select. And let me go into my phone because I'm staking on the DeFi wallet as well. So you go in the DeFi wallet, sign in. I wish I can bring this up on my screen. I know there's a way that I can, but I haven't explored that yet. You go in the DeFi wallet, you go into earn, and then you go to staking assets, I believe. And explore more options. No, that's not it. Sorry, I'm not figuring this out. Earn now. You click into, nope, that's not it. I don't remember how to do this. They changed it up on me a little bit. How the hell do you do this? Yeah, they changed this up. Explore more options. So I can basically take my CRO. I have 800 staking. I've been staking with them for a while. I actually stake about $6,000 to them. I'll wait till this stops. There we go. Hopefully you got that. SGX staking is the first one. And then Tesla, I do one for Tesla, which is $100, not a lot. Community driven, I'd use that one, and then cryptominter.com I stake with those. So all of those give me an average of about 10.87%. So it should be that easy. Hopefully that is easy. I use Jerry Pool usually around 11%. Matt, you should become a validator with Lunic and we can stake with you. Would you consider it or is it even possible? So I probably could, but I'm going to probably stake with Lunatics token because they're going to become a validator. So I want to support them and not have people just become to stake with me as I become a validator. I want to stake with them because I want to see how far they go in this. Because I am a partner there, I am an ambassador there, so I do want to stake with them. So I will be staking, uh, you know, portions with them. Not all of it. I think I'll probably stake maybe like because the max that I'll have is like what 300. I'll have hundreds of millions, so I'll probably stake about 100 million Lunati or no, I won't have 100 million. I'll probably stake let's say 20 million. I won't have hundreds of millions. I was talking about Luna T there. But depending how much I get in rewards from Luna T, I may have like 40 or 50 million. That would be amazing. So I might stake like 20 million with them and we'll go from there. Crypto Lines has been pretty good so far. Crypto Lines has been pretty good so far. Oh, for staking? Oh, that's good. That's really good. When Lunatics token staking is available, um, would would it become a validator with them, and we can stake our Lunati with you instead? What? When Lunatics, sorry, when Lunatics token staking is available, would be able to become a validator with them, and we can stake our Lunati with you instead. I don't get how that connection is. I just bought one of your hoodies. Y'all have a killer day. I love hanging out with all of you in the morning, but got to get to work. I hope uh, all make some money in trades today. I hope you do too. I hope everybody does. Um, Thank you for buying one of my hoodies. I appreciate that. The Profits Apparel hoodie. Guys, if you want to go ahead and get yourself one of those, I can't wait until it's like, cooler weather outside because I love the Profits Apparel logo and it just looks so clean. Like Erica loves wearing the cutoff. She has like a crop top hoodie that she wears to the gym whenever it's like a little bit cooler. And it's nice. I love it. She loves it and I want to get myself a regular hoodie. I have the T-shirt, and I also have a long sleeve T-shirt which looks really cool. But I also want to get the hoodie. I can show you guys what it looks like if I can get in there somewhere. If you guys can check out the link down below, you'll see that. Let me go down here. Let me see. I'm gonna go into the live just to check it out, and then we're gonna go into more and we'll see. So you'll see Profits Apparel merch in the description right next to Patreon, and it'll take you to Profits Apparel, which I need another like picture or something. It'll take you to Profits Apparel, but this is the hoodie. This is really, really nice. You also have the Not Financial Advice hoodie, but I really like this one because it looks really clean. And Erica has this one. She likes that a lot, but wears it all the time. I think she also has one of these in like a pink color or like some sort of peach color or something. But yeah, you can definitely go ahead and get that. And we also have the Shiba Inu one. I plan on making like Lunic merch, but I don't know what yet, right? And I'm also going to be buying, I don't know if they have it live yet, but I need to buy Lunatics merch or if they're going to send me some. I don't know. I would hope they are. Uh, you would have a to do a cooking channel as well. See, I can't do a cooking channel, right? I can because I love to cook and I literally cook every day. I'm going to be cooking, making homemade Chinese food today. So I would love to have a cooking channel, but the problem is that that's too much to keep up with. I would have to edit that, and editing that would uh, wouldn't be a nightmare, but it would be multiple angles and multiple cameras that I have to kind of work with. So I won't have a cooking channel. I love cooking. I was a chef for 7 years, a sous chef for 5 of them, and I love to cook. So I wish I could, but I feel like there's too many channels. Let's see. How does the whole validator thing work exactly? Is it hard to do? Do you get paid to become a validator? No, you don't get paid to become a validator. You're basically, um, uh, actually, I'm trying to think of exactly how it works. Um, to become a validator, you just have to have like popularity to where people stake with you. So you have a certain amount of pull in the position. It's kind of like um, trying to think of a scenario in real life. Um, let's say I can't really think of a scenario. It's basically like a carpool type of thing, right? Where you have one person that's in a car, and then you have multiple people that's also in that car that has one goal in mind, right? If you hold enough weight within it, you can pull a ton of weight within making decisions in votes. So um, that's kind of the way I would break it down. Hopefully that makes sense. Sorry for the confusion. Since you will be staking with Lunic, you're staking your Lunic with Lunatics. Can we stake our Lunati with you when Lunatics token makes staking possible instead? Um, yeah, I don't know how they fully plan on doing that. What about a Profits Golf Polo? I would love it. I haven't explored that yet. But I'm probably gonna need to like outsource it because they don't have any type of golf polos on the Spring website. Because I don't manage my own materials or inventory or whatever. Um, Spring does, and YouTube goes through Spring Tea or whatever that's called. So if they find a way to get a golf polo, which they might have some, I might have to check. I would love to make one because and have a bunch of them to wear every single time. Like Profits golf polo, that would be freaking flames. Like yeah, I would love that. I would love that. But I have to find a company to go through, and I don't want to make it like crazy expensive. Um, Maybe a cook with Matt Shorts clip on TikTok. Yeah, again, I have two TikToks. I have a golf TikTok and I have a finance TikTok, and that's not. Um, I would have loved if it was just a simple TikTok. Maybe something on Instagram. I don't ever post on Instagram, so maybe something on Instagram. That might be good. Enhancing mind, body, and soul. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. What level can Lunatics supply go down to? So I know they talked to me in the past and they said they want to manage things and they don't want the supply to go too low. But I want to talk to them and have a conversation on um, what the expectation of the supply is because supply just means that it gives it a higher price point. And where people are investing, if they get a higher price point, um, then obviously they're going to be able to sell at certain points and get in and out and make it more valuable than what it actually is and more hype around what it is with a higher price increase. So I don't know yet. I would say at minimum they're looking to uh, probably 10 billion. I would say at minimum somewhere around 10% where their supply is, but they don't want. I don't think they want to drop too low, and I don't think they will. Right? It all depends on the volume. I don't think you'll see it drop that low with a 1% decrease in volume with every transaction. Also, what is the current circulating supply? The current circulating supply is 88 billion for Lunatics token. And I know it says 100 billion, but CoinMarketCap doesn't really do a great job. Neither does CoinGecko. But I believe Dex Tools has the right information there. So I don't think you can check it here. Maybe, I think Dexter scan, what is that? So let's see if it has the circulating supply somewhere here. Maybe not. Market cap? Oh, it doesn't give you the market cap. See, so they don't know that full information as well. But I think Dex Tools does give you that information. Uh, Profit Golf Polo with Lunatics or Lunatic logo on it. I'll take 3. It sounds good to me. Like if I can make my own golf polos and I would wear those in every single video, Profits Apparel golf polo, absolutely. Absolutely would love to have them and would love to have them in the store. But the problem is that most of these golf polos that you would create, right, out there would have to be custom stitched golf polo, whatever logo you're putting on, not just pressed. A lot of times with regular t-shirts and hoodies, it's just a pressed logo versus something that's stitched into the material. So it's definitely a different situation, especially how much I golf. I would wash it a lot. So I don't want something that's completely pressed on there because then it'll just come off. Like with my Adidas pants, I have a ton of Adidas pants and a lot of the letters are coming off because I would wear them so much and I would wash them so much. Can you ask them about getting the supply updated on CoinMarketCap? Maybe it's a harder process than we think to get through it updated. Could you explain why CRO circulating supply is incorrect as well? So that's the thing. You would have to talk to CoinMarketCap about that, which they do have a Twitter, I think. CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap does have a Twitter that I can message them, so anybody can message them. That's weird for them to have. But yeah, I think that's a problem that you see in multiple positions, not just Terra Luna Classic, but also you see it in Terra Luna Classic, you see it in Lunatics token, Shiba Inu, CRO. A lot of positions don't really have the right updated circulating supply or max supply. Do you think all big exchanges will list it? Luna T? I think big exchanges will try to, or if we see enough popularity, you'll see Luna T get listed on some of these places, but you have to see the popularity. Or you can buy your way in, like ApeCoin did. And it created more popularity based on buying its way in. Guys, we got about 10 minutes. Again, if you guys want to go and follow my golf channel, please do it. We have 5,160 subscribers now, so we've grown by about 20 subscribers in the last couple of days. So, I'm excited about that. I want to see it continue to grow, continue to create more content, and I'll put more shorts videos out, probably a couple of shorts videos out today on this channel. Just a couple of holes and stuff. So let's see what Twitch has to say. So we have 10 viewers over there, 582 people that are watching. It's good also to stake with what? Crypto.com on the DeFi wallet. Is there some lagging going on? Because it looks like Twitch is now having an issue, which doesn't ever happen. So that's weird. Let's see. So what are we looking for today? Let's look at Terra Luna Classic, which is up 8%. It's at 0.0001018. We can see the volume is at $152 million. We're looking at 136% increase over the last 24 hours, which is really, really good. What city are you in, Matt? I could show you a few golf tips. I've been playing for about 10 years now. Yeah, I think when I'm gonna take any type of tips, so I'll take tips verbally, but a lot of times I have actually figured out something that is going to be in a longer form video, but I'm going to be doing um, a full like seven session wait 7 session golf um, instruction. What the hell kind of words am I looking for? I'm gonna go through a lesson. That's what words I'm looking for. I'm gonna go through a golf lesson, 7 session golf lesson. That's what I was trying to say. It's kind of a tongue twister. Um, with some, I've gone through a couple of things, tried to figure out what's the best around my area, and there's one that has 7 sessions, but it costs like $1,000 or so. So I'm gonna go through that and make sure that everything's working. They have all the different numbers that I want. I look at all my numbers, but the problem is that I can't see myself how I'm swinging exactly when I'm swinging. So that's a huge issue for me to see if I'm swinging over the top at the moment. I want to be able to watch my swing immediately after I swing. Um, and I don't know how to set that up. For someone that's as tech savvy as I am, I should be able to set it up, but we'll figure it out. We definitely will figure it out. But I'm in the city of Reading, Pennsylvania, around that area. I'm not in Reading, but around that area. Get them to cut those fairways more, Matt. At your local course. Looks like you're hitting a 7 iron out of 1970s bush. That's because I hit it into that bush. No, there's a lot of rough where I'm hitting into. I don't ever hit it into the fairway in most situations. And I could tell you that this year I've hit less greens than I've ever hit. There have been times where I've had 3 birdies in a row, and I feel like I'm lucky to get 3 birdies in an entire year of golfing, like right now. Um, I can tell you that I figure some stuff out that definitely I'm opening my face a lot more, but I can get into that in a golf video in the future. What did I miss? Yeah, you missed a lot when it comes to the launch of um, Lunatics token on L Bank. It comes to um, Terra Luna Classic, just having a discussion about that and how the impact of staking and the burn is going to be, and also going through a full exit strategy spreadsheet. If you guys want this exit strategy spreadsheet and want to be able to type in your own scenario, basically looking at coins and looking at all of this data, putting in all your information, it's over on the Patreon. The link to the Patreon is in the description. You have to sign up to get all the exit strategy spreadsheets, whether it's this, Shiba Inu, AMC, whatever they are. And we'll also have other videos and other content that's coming on when it comes to, maybe some buy alerts as well. I know we have some stuff on there that we want to be able to take advantage of and be able to talk about. So we'll find a way to do that. Any lunatics burn soon? Not that I know of. They're not scheduling any burns right now. I believe they're looking to get over a certain threshold. So with less volume becomes less burns. And I believe they're looking to get over a certain threshold in order to burn more and more and not overdo it. So right now they still have money in the wallet to burn off coins. I'm not sure how much, but they do have money in the wallets to burn off coins. And they're going to continue to build that up and make these bigger burns. So eventually you'll get to a point to where it may be daily that they do all these burns, but not right now. Um, would a performance golf hat merch be cheaper than the polos? Um, yes, it would be cheaper than the polos because it's not something that you wash normally. Like I wash my hats, but it's not something that you wash a lot. Um, and it has a different type of material on it instead of like more of a like flexible material, something that uh, flexes to your skin and feels like you're sort of wearing nothing that you can move free versus a hat that's probably, made of like cotton or polyester or whatever. I don't know what it's made of. Um, but yeah, it would be cheaper. But I don't know if you can do that on spring tee either. So we'll definitely check it out to see what we can do. And if I can make golf polos on there, I definitely will make golf polos 100%. And I don't know where I'll put like what my logo for Profits Apparel, like the words. I like it, but I also want a symbol, and I don't know what that symbol will be. Do we think Shibarium is likely anytime soon? My Shib is staked for another 30 days. Then I'm really considering dumping and getting more Lunic. I hear you. I totally hear you. I From what I hear, third quarter was supposed to be when Shibarium launches, but we have heard nothing about it. So I don't know. I really don't. Um, I'm hopeful that we have some sort of a burn. I'm hopeful that we can see, um, a massive amount of volume, but it's definitely iffy. It's going each day. I'm like, why the hell am I still holding on to this? I was telling somebody yesterday, in a private message that I have 400 million Shiba Inu, and that 400 million, I believe, definitely will be valued a lot more in a bull run. However, will it get up to a penny? Will it get up to $1? We haven't seen any burns, and it kind of pisses me off that we haven't, because I've I've had times, a lot of times where I've supported what the ecosystem devs are doing. I've had a lot of times where I haven't supported it, because they haven't done what they said they were going to do, where it's creating the burns, decreasing the supply. So I really don't know what I'm going to do. I was talking to somebody and saying, hey, if you wanted to get out of Shiba Inu, I don't blame you. To answer the question if you should sell your Shiba Inu for Lunic, I've seriously been considering that as well. Not all of it. I've been considering taking 100 million and selling it for Lunic because I feel like Lunic is going to be more short term. I've been considering getting back down to the original 200 million that I said I was going to hold on to. But if I do that, I'm giving up on some gains back to normal prices. So that's where I start to struggle, because technically I can gain a lot with Lunic in the short term, and Shiba Inu may not be making that run until like next year. So I don't know. I really don't. I don't know how to answer it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But right now, I'm still sitting on my 400 million, and I'll let you guys know exactly when I decide to do something. Sell some, add it to CRO. See, I already have a bunch of CRO. I already have 66, about 70,000. I was gonna say million, 70,000 CRO. So I don't know if that's what I want to do right now. I think CRO is good enough for me, and I'll be able to collect uh, a good amount as the prices do increase. So I think I'm sitting on the amount of CRO that I'm comfortable with. I wanted to hold 100,000, but um, I don't know. I don't think I'll buy any more. I'll probably just collect whatever I'm staking and whatever the APY is paying me out. Cheers, Matt. Great stream as always. Well, thank you. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It is 9:30 and the markets are moving. ApeCoin is moving up, or ApeCoin, Ape AMC investment is moving up. You're seeing AMC that's kind of falling down at this moment, while Ape is increasing. Bed Bath and Beyond is up 24%. It is starting to decrease here. But anyways, like I said, I just came here. I'm a little bit late, but there's good news about Lunatics token. But why is it difficult to add Lunatics token on Binance or other? I don't know the answer to that. It shouldn't be difficult. It should be very easy to add it. Or you say on Binance. Binance has to make that move. Binance is huge, so it's always a difficult move to get on something that's that big, right? It will get on there eventually, and we'll see it grow. But They'll take their time. Um, what beats a bag of shibs, a bag of fish and Lunic? What? What kind of joke is that? All right, that's hilarious. I'm gonna have to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Remember, guys, if you want to subscribe to my golf channel, please do so. I want to upload a bunch of videos and make this pretty big thing. If you like golf or you like sports, support me over there. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.